everybody, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Top Gear Forza Motorsport 6 car pack. Let's get started with the Ferrari.
Every Ferrari is crafted with care, but there is a class that is a cut above the rest. Ferrari's top-of-the-line supercars are only for the elite owners. You have to be invited by Ferrari for even a chance at purchasing one. Once you do, you will experience unbridled racing technology. The pedigree of modern Ferrari supercars began with the 288 GTO, a powerhouse Group B car built before the classification had been banned. An immensely fast road-going Ferrari was so popular, the following Ferrari F40 continued the tradition of a street-legal racer. These machines feature the cream of automotive technology through the ages, like carbon fiber construction, ceramic brakes, paddle-style transmissions, and even band racing concepts like active aerodynamics. The LaFerrari incorporates a kinetic energy recovery driveline system, similar to modern hybrid race cars, pushing the limits of automotive technology and speed.
I mean, come on, just look at it. It's like the LaFerrari, but the track version of it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Look at the whole back end, the split rear wing. It's just not a full wing, it's only like 2 little things. It's awesome. Let's take it out on the track and let's see how she handles. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So once you're inside, you can already see almost to the right, there's no rear view mirror. You just get this awesome screen to look behind you. So we gotta brake hard, turn left, and oh my god, this car is super sticky. Even though that Corvette did get away from us, I think the Corvette's actually a little better car because it's meant for a track. But this Ferrari just handles so good. Honestly, it might be my new favorite car in the game. So even though the Corvette, like I said, is going away from us, it's just faster. But this car is so sticky. I think if we actually get him in its actual car class, this car will just destroy everything. Or it might not be competitive, who knows. Regardless, I'm having a good time. So let's move on to the next car in this car pack. And that car is going to be the 2016 Rolls-Royce Dawn. I have no idea why they keep adding the Rolls-Royces to the Forza Motorsport 6 games. I mean, they're not competitive, they're too heavy, they're pretty fast actually in a straight line. They got like 563 horsepower, but it weighs a ton. So let's see what she says about this car because I'm not a fan.
Rolls-Royce is an icon of luxury, effortless elegance, and timeless beauty. For over 100 years, Rolls-Royce has built aircraft engines, armored cars, and handcrafted luxury automobiles. With a precedent of the highest quality, building each car requires hundreds of hours of craftsmanship. Today, the classic Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament adorns the Wraith, the most powerful and technologically advanced Rolls-Royce ever produced. Power is supplied by a 6.6-liter twin turbocharged V12 engine, while the signature Magic Carpet Ride is maintained by an electronically controlled air suspension. The Wraith's innovation harkens back to the words of co-founder Sir Henry Royce: "Take the best that exists and make it better. When it does not exist, design it."
I actually really like that motto. Take the best that exists and make it better. If it does not exist, then design it. That's pretty cool. It's very pompous, very Rolls-Royce-like. So we're not going to take this car down to the test track. It's just going to be a complete waste of time. I can already tell you it does not handle, except it just goes pretty quick in a straight line. But there are better cars for that. So let's move on to the next car. I'm excited for that one. This is a 2016 Jaguar F-Type Project 7, and I love Jaguars. My first car was actually a Jaguar X-Type. It ran horribly. It had so many problems, but I loved it. It was my first car. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So let's watch the video. Let's see what she says.
When the name Jaguar is heard, one thinks of style and luxury. Started in 1922 as a motorcycle sidecar company, Jaguar began manufacturing cars after World War II. Jaguar soon became known for making high-quality, high-performance cars. Jaguar's trademark, however, is its unmatched beauty, which has been turning heads for several generations. Jaguars are built around aerodynamic principles, creating cars that are both stylish and functional. The sleek, streamlined curves led Enzo Ferrari to call the Jaguar E-Type the most beautiful car ever made. Known for its glamorous image, Jaguar has proven itself on the racetrack as well. Jaguar cars have twice held the title of fastest production car in the world and have won at Le Mans 7 times.
So Jaguar has a rich line in motorsports. I mean, they win at everything they participate. Sadly, they didn't do that well when they went to Formula 1. But I mean, Formula 1 is a completely different animal. It's so difficult. You can see it has the clamshell hood, the hood that opens from like the top forward. It's awesome. Here, the good thing about this car is that it's not big enough for golf clubs, so that makes this car cool. No golf clubs can fit, it's good to go. So let's close the doors and we'll meet you out on the track. Alright, so I cannot wait to drive this little thing. I'm so excited. It looks super cool. It's a track car without a roof, and it has that big thing right behind the driver, like the old Jaguar D-types. So overall, it's not the fastest car. I don't think it has that much horsepower. I think it only has like 560 something, and it weighs 3,500 something pounds. But looks awesome. It's supposed to be a track car, I think. Another one-off, so I'm not sure how many they sold. But look, there's what the car's supposed to be based off. There goes the Jaguar F-Type. So far, this car does not brake very well. It does have some good pickup. I'm doing a terrible job at driving. I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. That's obviously not going to make this easier. But overall, I like the car. I like how it doesn't have a roof and it's a track convertible. How cool is that? So let's move on to the next car in this car pack. This is the 2016 Audi R8 V10. It's the 4th car in the 7-car car pack, and it's just the same Audi R8, just with a different facelift. But let's see what she says about it.
Audi revolutionized the auto industry by creating a 4-wheel driving system for road cars. The Audi Quattro took advantage of this new technology to dominate Group B rally racing, a new division of auto racing that removed almost all design and power restrictions. The Quattro A1 debuted at the 1983 Monte Carlo Rally and went on to win races in Sweden and Portugal. The A2 won a total of 8 world rallies, 3 in 1983 and 5 in 1984. The lack of restrictions, coupled with extremely high horsepower, ultimately led to the end of Group B racing. As other companies rushed to develop their own all-wheel drive systems, a series of fatal accidents ended Group B racing. Quattro lives on today as Quattro GmbH, the tuning arm of Audi, building their highest performance models. The Quattro all-wheel drive system is considered the benchmark for all other all-wheel drives.
That's really awesome of Aurea. They were the first company to bring 4-wheel drive to basically street cars and then do their Group B rally and racing. That sadly they had to end the series because too many people kept dying, but that's what happens when you put no restriction to rally cars. But let's get back to the Audi. Pretty cool car. Let's get inside, let's close the door, and we'll see you out on the track. Here we are in Daytona, and this Audi gets some massive start. It's probably one of the fastest launch cars that I think I've driven in this game so far, apart from the GTR, but it's not hard to do because Audi has their famous 4-wheel drive, and it has 610 horsepower and only weighs 3,428 pounds. So overall, I really like this car. It's not really that much of a test drive because I mean, like any Audi, they're all excellent. I love Audis. So let's move on to the next car. Up next is a 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat, and the thing's an absolute beast. It has 707 horsepower, and I don't know, I'm not completely sold on the looks, but it's so fast so it doesn't matter. Let's see what she says about this car.
Founded in 1900, Dodge existed solely to manufacture parts for the Ford Motor Company and other smaller clients in Michigan. As Ford grew, so did Dodge, and in 1915, the first Dodge rolled off the line. Originally a separate company, Chrysler was founded in 1925 and did extremely well in Motor City, and in 1926 purchased Dodge. Soon after the Second World War, the powerful Hemi engine was born, and the company from Detroit made a name for themselves producing powerful muscle cars like the Challenger, Charger, and Barracuda. Burnouts, hood scoops, and vibrant, flashy paint defined the Dodge muscle car. Due to the oil crisis in the mid-70s, muscle cars all but disappeared, but enthusiasts continued to fight over which one was best. With such high demand, Dodge and Chrysler worked together to resurrect their long-extinct line of high-performance machines.
That's interesting how Dodge was basically just a parts supplier for Ford before they decided to make muscle cars. How cool is that? So let's take this car down to the track and let's see what she can do. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best not to spin the tires, but with this much power it might be difficult. So it's actually pretty good. As long as you don't go too hard on the gas, it should be good. It's gonna just completely eat anything up on its way in a straight line. I have no idea how it's gonna do when it's time to slow it down. So let's take a look at it. The brakes are not bad. I mean, the car, I don't know, it's kind of heavy. I think that's the best way to describe it, but so far, to just have so much power, you can just pull you. So it will be really quick in between the turns, but I don't think this is going to be a track car. on the subject about things that are not track cars, here's a Range Rover Sport SVR. Let's see what she says.
Since 1948, Land Rover has been building versatile off-road vehicles used by everyone from farmers to royalty. From the start, Land Rover has been a pioneer in 4x4 innovation. They were the first to install anti-lock brakes and automatic electronic air suspension on an off-road vehicle. Over the years, Land Rover has led the way in motorsports as well, launching the Land Rover Camel Trophy, one of the most demanding off-road endurance races, testing car and driver under the harshest conditions. Land Rover was even named the official off-road vehicle of Britain's royal family. They are the only manufacturer to have 4 royal warrants to its credit, providing cars to the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Charles, and the late Queen Mother. Today, Land Rover continues their commitment to helping drivers get to the most inaccessible places in the world.
So yeah, if you're the Queen, then this is a great car for you. Or if you're just a famous footballer and have more money than brains, this is a car for you, because not only can it take you and all your buddies to wherever you need to go, and it's also pretty fast, but I mean, it has the badge. The only thing that matters in your Land Rover, because honestly, how many people take this thing off-roading? So we're not gonna take this to the track, because I mean, just like the Rolls-Royce, it's gonna be a complete waste of time. But it's a pretty cool little car. I mean, I would honestly, I'm sad to say, I would buy one if I could, just because it is a Range Rover, even though it's a stupid Range Rover because it's a track Range Rover. What the heck is that? Let's move on to the next car. And for the last car in this car pack, we have the 19 Jaguar XJ-S. Let's see what she says.
When the name Jaguar is heard, one thinks of style and luxury. Started in 1922 as a motorcycle sidecar company, Jaguar began manufacturing cars after World War II. Jaguar soon became known for making high-quality, high-performance cars. Jaguar's trademark, however, is its unmatched beauty, which has been turning heads for several generations. Jaguars are built around aerodynamic principles, creating cars that are both stylish and functional. The sleek, streamlined curves led Enzo Ferrari to call the Jaguar E-Type the most beautiful car ever made. Known for its glamorous image, Jaguar has proven itself on the racetrack as well. Jaguar cars have twice held the title of fastest production car in the world and have won at Le Mans 7 times.
Alright, so that was it. That's the 1990 Jaguar XJ-S. I mean, it's just a lot of history. Not sure how many people are actually going to be driving this car, because even though it has a V12, it only makes 300 horsepower, so that's pretty crap. And it weighs 3,968 pounds. It's super heavy for a car that only has 2 doors. So, I don't know, maybe they used a lot of wood and a lot of dead cow for the interior. So let's close the door. Let's see how slow she can really go. Alright, so we're down on the track, but I'm actually just gonna wrap up this video because, I mean, this is not a really fast car. It's not an interesting test drive. So thank you so much for watching. This was William from Rocket Zero. We'll see you next time.